Hello, Tube. Can you hear me? Have I got audio? Probably not. Let's see if I can tune in. Dun, 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 dun. What's going on, all 7 people? Hey, I do have audio. That's cool. Awesome. Good stuff. What's up, Dean? What's up, Greenie? What's up, everybody? Alright. 4,000 subscribers. Pretty chuffed, gotta say. So I was gonna give away this stuff. I think I'll give away a couple of mags. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, so this is all new territory for me because I'm gonna be doing some weird video swapping while I'm doing this thing. But alright, here we go. So I'm gonna swap. How's that? Did that work? No, that didn't work. Or did it? How would I know? I wouldn't know because I can't see. Oh, this is weird. I'm blind. Alright, now that worked. Okay, cool. Alright, so I'm just gonna use this thingamajiggy to get a couple of comments for mags. So I think if I hit this, it should just do that. Right, let's do. Do not find the video. What? How's the video not there? Alright, bear with me. I'm just going to have to go to my YouTube channel and get the video. How about we go back to that. No, that's a black screen. Alright, cool. I know what I'm doing. It's alright. Okay. If I go to here. Bear with me, guys. New technology. It's not really new technology, but it's just something different for me anyway. Using live streams and software and cameras and stuff. Alright, so this should work. Alright. Alright, if I go here. Alright, guys. Let's go to screen 3. And that is why my YouTube random thing didn't work, because I typed a 3 on the end of it. So, alright, here we go. Magazine. Pressing the button. And start. EdTE gets a magazine. I'm going to give away another magazine too. You're going to have to email me at DLoGuido at gmail.com. I'll put the email in the description so you can hit me up. I'm gonna give away another mag as well, cause why not? I've got a few to give away. Another mag goes to 828. So 828 and Ed TE, you're gonna have to send me an email on dloguido at gmail.com. I will put it in the description afterwards. And now to give away the Glock, I'm gonna have to do something different because I didn't have the beauty of someone writing a software already to give away stuff. So basically, I've got everyone's name in a text file here. If you bought me more than one coffee, then your name will be in there more than once. Get it? Alright, so I hit this button and it's just going to pick one line, and then whatever that line is, that's who gets it. Let's go. Hit the button, drum roll. Boom. Mud Turtle FPV. Send me an email and you're going to get my Glock. I have done a slight upgrade to it as well. I just put a slightly stronger spring in it, but I didn't want to go too hectic because these Glocks don't really handle they don't handle upgrades too well. So there you go. There it is. Mud Turtle FPV. You have to send me an email and we can work out deets on where I can send it to you. Okay, so with that done, let me see if I can sort this out. I'm just going to put my email down here. And if you didn't already know it, there it is. Ken's V going. Alright. Just like an RSL raffle. Gone. Gone. Alright. Other than giving stuff away, I didn't really have anything planned for tonight. Blaster wise, yeah, that's it. Unless you guys have got an idea of something you want me to do, because I'll probably do it if you tell me to do it. Lord Canada, g'day mate, how you going? I'm doing well. What are we fixing tonight? Do you want me to fix something? I can fix something. I just don't really have my cameras set up to fix stuff at the moment. I've got a bit of crap everywhere, but hardwiring a vector. Do the worm. Show me my new toy. Alright, Dean. Now, your new toy is it's partially disassembled at the moment because I'm waiting for a gearbox. to have to bear with me for a little bit. If you guys were following, can you guys even hear me from here? I'm on the other side of the room. I know it's not ideal. Not ideal. What have we got? Okay, so if you're following my Please Fix My Blaster episode, last time I was doing this live thing, I had a Gen 9 that was all kinds of messed up, and that is this one. I did go to the trouble of putting gears in it and shimming it and putting a cylinder and a cylinder head that actually fits and all that sort of good stuff. However, and I'm sure that this camera is not going to pick it up, but upon assembly I found there's a hairline crack in here. Probably not going to be able to see it. Let me see if I can focus this thing. Hang on. Gotta bear with me, cause. All right, so let's see if I can focus. Can you see that? Just there. Right there. There is a hairline crack just above the cylinder head to that screw hole. And there. That will not survive. So, this is getting a new nylon housing, and then this is going into that. And that's out of focus now. Alright, make sense? Good. So yeah, so that gearbox kind of isn't worth doing anything with because, well, cracks. Will I make custom blasters for paying customers? It's kind of what I do. Did manage to receive a manual. Okay, fine. That's great, accurate. In just 15 minutes. Yeah. Mark 85. A manual Mark 85. Oh yeah, I know that one. I've had a few. Is that a 6mm? I've had a few Glocks like that, and they were okay. Is this focus good or not? It's not really that sharp, is it? Sorry, I've got like manual lens focus here. Oh, you know what's going on? Alright, cool, bear with me. That's better. Alright. Yeah. That's all that's been going on around here. I do also have a vector I'm working on. the moment. So it's got all the blacked out switches and buttons and things, and I have put an alloy barrel on and a hop up. I just need to tune that so that that's all correct, and then the can go on there, something like that, and when this is screwed on, which is easier said than done apparently from behind a tripod. Hold on. Once this is screwed on, it's upside down, but that's how it has to go. But the hop up sits just at the end of the suppressor there. And that is that. So that's going to be quite cool. I don't know how the case cracked on that other one. Whoever was asking that, Lord Canada, was it Lord Canada? No, someone. I don't know. Someone was asking. I don't know how it cracked. I just found it. Okay, the ultimate scar build. Someone's asking about the ultimate scar build. Yeah. So a lot of things happened around here recently, and I basically one night just decided I'm going to do my ultimate scar build, and I just put it all together and I just did it, and I didn't video any of it, and it's kind of done, and so yeah, sorry guys, I didn't video it, but for those who were following and who do care, I will get it for you. I was kind of going to just take it apart and build it again to make it for the video, so that it would look good for the video. But yes, that is said ultimate scar build. Missing one hop up though, because I kind of sold it to someone else. Oh yes, Dean, the Vector top rail is a metal one. It's quite nice. If you're interested at all in this, obviously it's got the nylon gearbox down in there. I did paint all the little bits and pieces. It's got flashlights upon flashlights, because flashlight, it does have a PEC 15, which also has a flashlight, as well as a laser, as well as infrared, which you could probably just see because this camera picks up infrared. 3-by optics with flip to side for the 1-by optic, because features. Of course, one of my Lego Guido's Chop Shop magazines, which I found out something interesting about actually. We all know they've got the extended feature down the bottom. We should all know that by now. But what I was doing is I was playing with one of the new P90s. And for anyone who's played with a new P90, you'll know that they've got a spring inside the mag, which you draw back the spring, pour the balls in, and then the spring pushes up inside the mag. And so it sort of like squashes all the balls up into about half the size of the mag. And I was thinking, wait a minute, is that what goes on here, or what? And I've tried it at the last skirmish I was at. I actually filled my magazines with the extended piece down, filled them up, closed them, and then pushed that up, and it actually squashes all the balls up into the mag. So you get like the extended magazine capability of having the more rounds in the mag, but it's still the same size as a standard mag, and you can still slap on the bottom of it when you're putting it in, because sometimes these are a little bit tight. So yeah, that was a cool feature that I kind of found out about that I didn't even know about my own mags. Yeah, so how about that? You need extra mags for the M4. Alright, yeah, no problems, I'll hook you up. Specs for the Scar. I don't know, it's got a nylon gearbox, double O-ring cylinder head, alloy cylinder, double O-ring plunger, some sort of spring. I can't remember. I did all the things to it. If you watched my video, you probably would have seen me building the gearbox, shimming the gearbox or something. I built a couple of identical Scars. Internally, so I built a couple of gearboxes the same, and this is one of them. I also, anyone who owns a Scar knows that when you open and close this, your battery wires get pinched. So I did do that, so the battery wires will never get pinched. Bruise Master barrels in. I got some Bruise Masters of varying sizes that will go into things. Got some gold ones. Hey, what's up, Jeff? Gotta re-glue your barrel, yeah. When you want to do it, come on down. Maybe tomorrow night or something. I got plenty of glue. We can do that. Yeah. Hey, here's an interesting thing about Vectors. Their motors are somewhere between a 460 and a 480. In case You didn't know that? I found that out when I tried to upgrade the motor in a Vector recently and pulled it out and it was like a completely different thing. Friday night. No can do, my friend. Maybe yeah, tomorrow night or yeah, man, I could do Friday night like late. Yeah. Anyway, we can work something out, I'm sure. New T-piece for fitting bruiser barrels. Yes, ideally you would. Is this like, this is not in focus very well, is it? This camera is not autofocus, so I gotta like play with it every now and then. Usually what I would do is I would set up the focal point that I want and then just swap cameras to get the like close-ups and stuff. But one of my cameras playing up today, so oh well. Yes. Getting 235 FPS from your Vector. Yes. What's better for FPS, Metal Gears or Nylon? Gears have no effect on FPS. They only support the thing that does have effect on FPS, and that's a spring. So the gears don't actually give you any more FPS. You just having metal gears allows you to have a bigger spring without stripping the plastic ones. HEACR hop up. No idea. I think I put one in one recently. I think it was a I think I might have put an SLSS one in there. I put SLSS hop-ups on pretty much everything, except for a few things which I'm using what's the other one? I forget. I do have a hop-up here which I'm going to be testing, although obviously not on this scar because it doesn't fit. But it's Carrot Stick. It's a locally made hop-up that works somewhat similar to the DK, except it's a lot longer, so it's good for high FPS blasters. What T-piece? So the Bruisemaster barrels is a 9.5mm external. So it's a standard T-piece. What does a hop-up do? Hop-up basically, so if you look at this, it's got like a ramp running down here, the inside of this, and as the ball travels down there, the top of it just sort of rubs the ramp and it gives it a backspin. So as the ball comes out of the barrel, it gives it a backspin, which makes it want to try and go upwards, and gravity is obviously wanting to pull it downwards, and you have this thing called the Magnus effect, which makes basically the idea is to get enough backspin on the ball to try to cancel out gravity for as long as possible, so it goes further. That's pretty much how it goes. A lot of people trying to make their blasters more powerful, go on FPS this, FPS that, making it more powerful, and trying to get distance from power. It doesn't work. The only way you're going to get distance is with a hop-up. Is it alright to chuck a 1.3 spring in a vector with an 11 volt? Yes, it's absolutely fine. I've put a 1.4 in a vector with a stock vector with 11 volt, and it's absolutely fine. How much difference does the hop up really make? A lot. Hop up is, like, in my mind, hop up is really, that's the most important thing. Unfortunately, it's a thing that's like most hop-ups you buy are 3D printed things, so they're not like really scientifically accurate things, because you get like variances between one print and another print. So so they're not like the tolerances aren't great. So you find that sometimes you'll get a hop up that works really well, and other times you'll get a hop up and it just doesn't work, or it's garbage, or something for whatever reason. But like yeah, I find like my longest range blaster, like my Mark 12, I get like at least 40 meters straight line shot out of that thing, and it's only doing like maybe 280 FPS. It was doing 280 FPS last time I chronoed it, and that was a long time ago, so I think it's actually probably dropped by now. Because you know what? Springs wear out, O-rings wear out. Like, you put a spring in and you get like mad FPS and everything, and then you find like a month later it's doing 20-30 FPS less than what it was, because the springs are generally like these cheap Chinese things, and they do wear out. It's like the suspension on your car. Like after you drive, I think someone on Discord was saying this exact thing. After you drive over like 100,000 speed bumps, your springs tend to wear out on your car, and it's the same on your blaster. After you've shot it like 100,000 times, it's compressing the spring back and forth like this, heaps and heaps, and they're not exactly high quality springs, so they do wear out. So you do lose FPS over time, and stock motor won't pull back a 1.3 spring. You only have Metal Gears installed. Have you got an 11 volt battery in? Because if you don't have an 11 volt battery in, there's your problem. And if you do have an 11 volt battery, you need to lower your gear ratio. Although a 1.3 spring, anything should pull that back. Standard Gen 8 box will run a 1.5 spring. Like, I have literally run 1.5mm springs in a standard Gen 8 box with nylon gears for months, and skirmished with them and dominated people with them, and they only failed eventually when the case died, and I can show you where it dies. Right there, here. So if you, let me just make sure, yeah, there's usually like a piece there that holds the spring retainer, and you notice that there's like nothing there. So the spring shoots out the back, and then unluckily for me, when the spring shot out, it actually jammed the plunger there, and the motor was still trying to spin, so the standard nylon gears just got tore to shreds. But having said that, I was running a 1.5 spring on standard nylon gears for like 3 months, and if this hadn't have broken, they probably would have kept going for another who knows how long. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying nylon gears are the greatest. I'm just saying that they're stronger than people sort of make it out to be. If you have a gearbox that's built correctly, the gears should last, regardless of what they're made of. I've seen people build metal gearboxes, metal gears, and do it incorrectly, and then just strip the gears straight off the bat. Just strip the metal gears to pieces, and it's not because the metal gears were crap, it's because the build was crap. And That's just how it is. Crappy Gamer, if you get an 11 volt battery, I guarantee you will pull that 1.3 spring. Have I played with 32:1 gears? Yes, I have. The problem you might be having is not so much with the gears, but maybe with the plunger or the teeth. I've heard of people filing teeth off and filing plunger. With the Vector build that I had a moment ago, you can't really see it because it's inside the gearbox, but this one, because the plunger actually sits in here, the bottom of the plunger is different, and let me show you. Let me show you. Okay. Standard Gen 8 plunger, Vector plunger. So first thing you probably notice is this, the angle there, and that angle there is obviously because it goes up in this direction. It has to have that cut off for the bottom there. The other thing which you may not notice is it's actually shorter by a fraction, and it's also missing the 14th tooth. So let me bring this up to the camera for you. Alright, yeah, so you see it's missing the 14th tooth here, and the big tooth, or the 15th tooth, or whatever it is actually shorter. If you were to line these teeth up, it's not by much. Like, it's only like maybe a millimeter or something, but that's all it's got to be. You know, a millimeter too long and it's going to jam in the back of the gearbox, and then it's not going to work. It's not Joe's, Jeff. It's not Joe's, but Joe's is here and it is good. This one, I just had to change the barrel because it was shaped like a banana. One of the things about these suppressors, you've seen the photo, everyone's seen the photo of the dude standing on one of these between two bricks. I'm sure everyone's seen it. He's obviously not standing on like where the suppressor is because if you put something heavy on the end of this, your barrel turns into that. It's a sad face. It was still, hey, I got killed by this in the last game. Even though the barrel was bent, I still got hit by it. So, hey, it still works. It takes a lot to bend these too. Like, they're not soft. No, there we go. But yeah, it was bent. It was bent and I fixed it. Hop-ups again in the end of the suppressor. I did fit this flush so that the hop up actually ended where this ended, but something happened with the screwing of the barrel, and I think someone messed around with it and changed where it was, and so now it sticks out a little bit further. No biggie. Still has the same effect. Alright, it's been fun, guys, but I'm going to call it a night. I don't know how to... Yeah. Speaking of vectors hitting hard, let me see if I can do this. I don't know if I can, but bear with me. I'll try and show you guys something. So, last game I got shot by not that vector, but a vector very similar, but with a more powerful spring. It had a 1.4 spring in it. Yeah, so alright, this is what it looked like. Can you all see that? Yeah. I got smoked. Close range. But you know, that's them's the breaks. Alright. I'm gonna call it a night, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I will no, I can't make it Sunday, Jeff. I will hopefully do a live stream where I'm actually doing more blaster stuff. I didn't have anything prepared for tonight, as just that I hit the 4,000 mark, so I thought I should do a stream and give some stuff away. Alright guys, I will catch you later, and as soon as I work out how to stop this stream. It's always a struggle for me. What is the key for accuracy at distance? We answered that question already. It's hop up. Alright. Somewhere I do live streaming. Alright, peace out.